everyone. Welcome to episode 142 of This Week at Shrouded. Happy to be here. Glad to see you. I'm your host, A. Greener. This is Mr. Wrecked, here to talk about video games. Most notably, Destiny.
You will not believe how much Destiny news we have to cover today. It's going to be amazing.
We're going to talk about things that probably aren't even confirmed yet. I mean, technically. We're probably talking about some other stuff too. Of course, Marathon, how the launch is going, the TWAS Cup coming soon. They're really dropping all their marketing beans in another game at the moment. We will update you on our weekly winners here in just a moment, and we'll be talking about some Shrouded gaming news, the most important part of the podcast. And then, of course, oh, shit, I forgot what else. Anyway, some other stuff. Anyway, there you go. There's the lowdown of what we're talking about today. But first, we're gonna kick off with our weekly silver, or I guess just it's not even silver anymore. It's just gift cards. Just gift cards. Gift cards. Oh, I just realized how that this is rigged.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because of who won.
Oh yeah?
Wait, hold on a second. Oh, this is awkward. Wait. Oh, okay, less awkward. Okay, we're good. Did you buy any tickets this week?
I did.
Okay, good. All right, our winners are... I couldn't find your name in the ticket list, but I was just scanning it quickly. Anyway, the winners this week, Drummer Messiah, Mr. Wrecked, The Big Sexy, and Seth Zada. Congratulations, you've all won a $10 gift card to the platform of your choice, whether it be Steam, PlayStation, or Xbox. Or if there's other ones, I guess Switch, Nintendo Switch, Epic still exists. Whatever you want. I don't know who Seth Zada is, but if he shows up to claim his gift card, congratulations, man. Swinging in, grabbing some free loot. If you want a chance at winning some of our giveaways, whether it be our weekly $10 gift cards, our monthly $50 gift cards, hoodies, or SGC ice shakers, if you're part of the SGC already, the Discord, we have a loyalty point system, and if you engage with that, you could easily win some of these things that I just mentioned. If you're not a part of the SGC, please join our Discord at shroudedgaming.com/Discord, and engage, ask what it's all about, and someone will give you the details that you need to know. And also, we play video games a lot, mostly Destiny, but not right now because it sucks butt. So we play some other stuff while we're waiting for June, or Guardian games most effectively, because I'll be playing that. So, all right. So we skipped last week for two reasons. Marathon launched, and I just wanted to play that. But two, it's because there really was nothing to talk about last Thursday, because the TWID was absolutely abysmal. Last week, all they had was photos of the Praxic, or videos of the Praxic time trials. They talk about, they did, wait, is that this week or last week? I can't remember. Hold on. Which one am I looking at here? 0305? Yeah, okay, so that was last week. All right. Okay. So they had all the Praxic stuff on there. Some stuff worth noting was the International Women's Day collectible pin that the Bungie Foundation is doing. You get a free emblem with it, and you get the cool pin. And then, sorry, that's at the Bungie store. If you buy the pin, you get the emblem, and then the Bungie Foundation has a Tiltify campaign where if you donate $10. You get a pretty cool emblem, actually. I thought it was pretty neat. Have you seen this emblem?
No.
I think, ironically, here, I'm going to show it to the stream. Give me undo secundo to bring it up. It's got a controller in the emblem location.
Okay. Yeah. I got you.
You've seen this one.
Yeah.
It looks like like the original design for the PS3 controller. The one that everybody was like, that looks like a fucking boomerang, bro. It looks stupid. And then they moved away from it. But anyway, where is my button to show the screen? Right here? Question mark. Here it is. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about right here. Is this thing? Oh, I should almost Google the original. Let's see how close it is. I'm doing this from memory. I do like the design. We'll talk about it. PS3 original controller design. I never even looked it up. Yeah, okay, it's close enough. I don't feel too much like an idiot. I can't believe they thought this was going to be a good idea. Man, they got lucky that they pulled the plug on that. I'll show it in a second. If nobody's ever seen this before, it's ridiculous. Okay, so this was the original idea for the PlayStation 3 controller back when they were designing the PlayStation 3. Oh, that's the wrong one. So, this, yeah, I know, right? It looks terrible. And this kind of reminded me of it because of how long these little blurbs were. Anyway, the rest of the emblem is actually really cool because we got the Bungie Foundation stuff here, which is neat. You know, Destiny, this is Destiny, Traveler, like all the designs, Hunter, Warlock, Titan, symbols, Ghost over here, Last City, Skyscape. Like it's all Vanguard stuff. It's all very cool, very Destiny. It's a good emblem. It's a good emblem. I thought that closest to the N64 controller, probably, yeah. Anyway, I think this is really neat. I don't know where this weird looking fucking thing came from or who designed it, but it just gave me vibes of this thing. For realsies. Here's the other emblem I was talking about. So if you like this one, the gradient, the green to the purple, you get this one by buying the International Women's Day collectible pin off the Bungie store. And you get this one right here. But this one's slick. This one's just for donating to the Tiltify campaign. $10. $10 And no, we don't have a campaign up, so I'm not trying to sell you on more charity stuff. I was just showing you. All right. Short of that, there's almost nothing else in the TWID for last week. So it's part of why we never did the podcast. Ooh. Actually, for anybody who is interested in this stuff, at the bottom of that TWID, there is marathon stuff for Destiny that you can redeem if you haven't done so yet. I'm not going to read out the numbers or anything. It's here. You click here, you copy and paste this stuff in. All right. Anything interesting you want to talk about from that TWID? Those Praxic time trials?
Not really, man.
What do you think? 13 minutes and 3 seconds? Is that good?
13 minutes and 3 seconds of Destiny talk?
No.
No. What are we talking about? Oh,
the Praxic time trial, the first one on the list,
No.
is 13 minutes, 3 seconds.
yeah. Some dude on Ritalin just fucking strutting, making these kind of noises as he's fucking just flying through the thing. Yeah.
Well,
Sounds
there's a
about
group
right.
of them. So, but the 1929 solo flawless equilibrium Praxic time trial, that is truly impressive. To get that under 20 minutes, a solo flawless, I think that's pretty neat. I never watched it. I don't care enough. But still, that seems pretty impressive. A 20-minute dungeon?
Yeah. I was flying for sure.
Here's a sub 13 duo run. Wait, sub 13 duo run? Damn. See, I assume this is a trio. There's 3 people. This is a duo run that's sub 13. Ah, man. It's really impressive. Some people are really good at this game, you know?
Yeah,
Not me.
for sure.
Not me, chat. Not me. Some days I'm good enough. But I'm not that good. Okay. I'm going to close this one down. We're going to boot up. I'm going to do this for the lols. Destiny 2 update 9.5.5.5. You guys
That is
read
the
this
one-liner.
It's the
Yes,
biggest patch notes in the history of the world. Fix an issue where some weapons were not benefiting from their Weapon Foundry sponsorship when active. End of patch notes. And this is the one
did
they
it.
did. What?
We did it, chat. We did it.
Woo! This is the downtime that they like. Wait, no. This was last week, right? Or this Tuesday that just went by.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, so I thought this was the longer downtime, but they didn't do much downtime this week, did they? I don't know. Nobody's playing, so we're not paying attention to the downtime. Oh, Jolly George. All right. Anyway, now this week in Destiny, we got another community challenge, right?
Yep.
Fuck, I feel like I already read this. This came out today. Didn't they already announce this, or is it just the same emblem?
It's the same emblem.
Oh, okay. All right. Come on. Come on. Okay. All right. Okay. So, first off, just so everyone knows what we're talking about, here's some emblem that you can probably earn. I should go back and play D1, actually. Try it out. Buy all the expansions for like $5 when it's on sale. All right, anyway, this one. This is called From the Frontier with Love. Frontier, sorry. I like to say things weird. Try what out? D1. You just jumped in? That's funny. All right. Oh, wait, you mean the stream. Yeah, we were talking about D1 for a minute. I thought you meant D1 for a second. I was like, that's ironic. Anyway, all right. Oh, so right now we're talking about the community challenge. Over the years, you've explored something, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck do they want us to do? Take inspiration from Destiny 2 Renegades to capture environments from Mars, Venus, Europa, or beyond. You can dress up in Renegade's garb, but if you have another style that you like to fit the scape, go for it. Screenshots or artwork will be considered for this community challenge. Okay, so we just got to take screenshots. Characters or scenes recreations from non-Bungie media will not qualify. What? Wait. Fuck, I felt like I've read this already. Did we know this was coming? Have they done this before? Am I having like the biggest case of deja vu that I've ever been in the world?
Apparently. Probably because you've seen this shit before.
I've read characters or scenes, recreations from non-Bungie media will not qualify before somewhere.
That was on the Star Wars cosplay, the Star Wars transmog thing.
Okay.
You're not crazy.
Okay. I thought I was a time traveler for a minute. Legit. Anyway. Capture a minimum of 2 screenshots for your submission. Drop them on Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit. Using hashtag Renegards postcard. Anyway, you can earn this thing. Oh, I already showed you, but we'll go back to it for a sec. You can earn this guy right here. Woo! A bunch of stuff. Bunch of rules and whatnot. Any use of generative AI is not allowed. So don't be a skank. You know what I made this week that was actually really fun in generative AI?
What'd you make?
Me as a zombie. And it looks really good. You want to see it? You never even said yes.
You're gonna show it to us regardless, so let's go.
Well, if everybody said no, I would say never mind. We don't need to look at it. But
We're waiting.
anyway, here we go. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here it is. Check it. Actually looks like me legit. When I have shorter hair. It's pretty rare.
Yeah. Zombie you has a slightly stronger hairline though.
Fuck off. Why would he bring that up? He's got nicer teeth than me too. Actually, anyway, yeah. Well, I have to do a Dead Island too. Not Dead Island. Sorry. What's the other one? Dying Light 2 sponsor
Dying Light.
stream sometime in the next
Yeah.
11 days. So I took next Friday off so I could do that in the morning. And I was like, I'm gonna put an event in Discord. It's there. And I was like, let me see if I can make a zombie me. And
Yeah.
just to do as the banner on the Discord event. And so if you look, it's there. But yeah, I thought it was really good. It's really good.
Cool.
To the point where
Looks
I was
good.
like, shit, should I try to make a marathon one? That did not go so well. Zombie one was much easier. I do think I ended up with a marathon one that was decent, but
all right. Let us be the judge of this.
Hold on. I didn't save any of them, so I have to actually go in and find. Oh, wait, there's stuff that's really. Okay, I'm gonna show you two. So I'm gonna show you a couple because some of them looked okay, but they were like, it's like that doesn't even look like marathon. So I had to train at some marathon shit. But then I gave it another photo of me like doing a surprise like Pikachu face and told it to do something with it. Oh my god, the result was gold. Okay, so this is the marathon one that must have still had some zombie DNA left in it because I didn't separate it far enough, and I didn't give it any creative information because it looks like Halo, not Marathon. So there you go for that one. Still looks like me though.
That's definitely not marathon.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. And they must have understood that it was Bungie. Okay, so this one looks better for Marathon because I gave it some stuff, but it doesn't get my face quite right. So it was still pretty good though. The rest of the stuff is really good. This took a lot to learn, teach it what to do though, and then just some dumb in the background back there. I don't know who that is, but my face ain't right. That's not me at all. I don't know who this is. It's some guy. So then I gave it an O Pikachu. Here, I'll show you. Oh, can I find the video? The picture that I gave? Oh, it's the one that's in. There's an emote for it, and so it's this photo. I gave it that photo and said, "Put that in the helmet." And this is classic. This is what it spit out. I don't know. It's so funny.
I see.
I probably sat in my chair and laughed for like half an hour just staring at that. Oh shit! It was pretty funny.
You know what you should have fed it? You should have fed it a still from the um original like announcement trailer or whatever, where it's Vandal sitting in the chair just looking at the camera. You should have used that and had it put you in there instead. I mean, it would have taken a while to get your gender right, I guess, unless you wanted to have the Vandal body, but that would probably be pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, that was funny. I laughed for a while staring at that one. That was good. Anyway, so there was my I had a really easy quick success, and then tried to turn that into something more complicated, and I ended up just laughing for like 10 minutes and then giving up because it was pretty funny. Holy shit, was it funny? Anyway, yes, I burned a hole in the ozone. I apologize. Whatever, I don't care. Okay. So that community challenge is like the only thing in the TWID. There's more new player guide stuff, which is great. I'm glad they're adding to it. I still don't understand the concept of it not being in game, but whatever. So we have a Suros week right now, which I don't think anybody gives a fuck about, but because they do more damage, right? I think that's just it, right? Any Suros weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. And then we got Trials of Osiris coming up tomorrow. Javelin 4, Conundrum Hammer. Is that the hand cannon or the shotgun?
Yep.
I don't know.
It's
hand cannon?
It's the hand cannon. Yep.
Maybe I will play some Trials this weekend if I can get a match with the 8 people that are playing. You think I can? I don't know how bad Trials has been lately.
Me neither, because I haven't played Destiny in 2 weeks.
Oh my god, bro. Play some Zero to Hero. Skank.
I was on a team and then I abandoned them at the last minute.
Really?
Yep.
Really? All right,
I got to fill in and was done with my life.
Okay. All right. So they have a heavy ammo surge scheduled for next week. Okay, but I was pretty, and so is the rest of the internet, is fairly convinced that Guardian games should start on March 17th. But would they do a heavy ammo surge announcement and do Guardian games on the same week? I don't think so. I think
I don't
Guardian
think they're
games isn't coming
doing
until the 24th.
I don't. That might be, but I don't know why they wouldn't do some of these weird bonuses even on Guardian Games weeks.
Yeah, but surely they would have put Guardian games in the TWID before Guardian.
Oh
games,
yeah, you would.
right?
You would assume. Yeah.
So we talked about this on Tuesday during the Player of the Week stream, and a bunch of people were like, "Oh no, it's got to be this Tuesday. It's got to be this Tuesday." But now after this TWID, I gotta say it's got to be the 24th, right? Because they said it would be in March. And I swear to shit, if they launch it on the 31st and call that March, I'm going to be real mad. So it's got to be the 24th, I would think. It's got to be, right? Anyway. Hold on, I want to read this. Change the rule that 3 men have to wait for the other 3 men to finish the dungeon before they move forward to the next dungeon.
No.
Yeah, as long as they all do it, who gives a fuck? They don't need to. No. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want somebody to have to wait around.
That's not fun. It's no different than if you do a raid and you have to do the whole raid together. The whole idea was not that people would speed through the dungeons at their own pace, independent of the rest of their team. Part of the team effort is making sure your schedules work with your team to get it done.
Oh, see, I didn't think that was the rule. I thought the rule was opposite. So you have to wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh well, that's his rule. Chat, not mine. Well, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying I can't change it. So that's what I meant. They probably forgot because they were playing Marathon. Nice. Marathon's good, man. This is not true. Stop it. They care so much about it. We're not going to end this again. They are just giving some clearance to take off. They've got this whole. I assure you, there's a big plan for June. Things are going to be amazing. I don't know why you're laughing. You know it as well as I do.
Listen, do I hope that when the DLC, the not even a DLC really, but do I hope when the mid-season drops that it's good? Yeah, I do.
It'll make it there.
Do
Everyone
I
will come back, Osiris, like they always do.
do I think it's gonna actually be good? I'm sure it's gonna be better than Ash and Iron was.
Well, I know for a fact it's. Well, here's the thing. I'm not even expecting. Even if it's good, even if they come back and they've got some stuff for it and it's really good and everyone's like, okay, that's good. But I mean, it can't compare to an expansion. It just can't. So
Yeah.
people that probably have that expectation, there will be some people with that expectation because of the delay and whatnot. It's just not going to happen. But my goal or my hope is that leading up to it and we're getting up to it, they do a big, information session or however they want to do it, whether it be a vid doc or a stream or whatnot. This is what we're doing in the update. Here's the awesome fucking roadmap coming afterwards, and they're gonna get people excited for the future, and then they're gonna come back and start playing during the update. That's the concept that at least I would go with. It's like, here's the update. We've got the dungeon pantheon or whatever it is, or the new pantheon or whatever they're calling it, plus this thing and a new update for the frontier, the lawless frontier. But then boom, new expansion. It launches in December. It's gonna be amazing. This is what we're doing. It's gonna take us here and do this and that, and everybody's gonna be like, ah! And they're gonna come back and play in June. And then get ready for the expansion, which will launch, I assume, later this year. I said December, but I mean, I don't know. Could be September for all the fuck we know. Seems unlikely. But.
Could be 2027 for all we know.
That'd be wild. No expansion for a whole year. Jeez, chat. Jeez. You know what? Hopefully in June, they're just.
I'm gonna take that energy back. I don't want that out in the universe.
Hopefully in June, they're just like, guess what, guys? Major update is coming, and then Destiny 3 launches September 2027.
Here's my set the bar as low as possible prediction. June hits. They
shut the servers down.
The only marketing we get is the teaser trailer that will launch like an hour before the update goes live. And the TWID that drops that week or the week before does not have a roadmap. In fact, they just ignore that people were ever talking about a roadmap since they're not talking about it on Twitter anymore. They're all busy fighting about how woke Marathon is. So they just let that narrative play out, and nobody ever asks about the roadmap again. Player counts go down to like 2,000 or 3,000 concurrents. And we all stop playing and become some other clan.
No.
Destiny. It's going to be hilarious when June gets here and there's no roadmap still.
When you say 2,000 or 3,000 concurrent players, I assume you're talking about Steam players.
Yeah, right? Of course.
Okay.
I'm playing into the latest discourse about whether or not people should look at Steam
Well, I just don't. I don't think Destiny would ever like. Even on the last day Destiny is alive, it's gonna have more players than that. So that's why I was like, wait a minute. I can fuck with the rest of that rant, but not that bit.
See bro's stream up right now. It is. Let's go see how many active Destiny players are in the game right now.
My guess is across all platforms.
Yeah, across all platforms. How many?
50,000.
No. Sorry, bro.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Across all platforms in the last hour, there have been 25,474 players logged into Destiny.
I was close.
Yeah, you're 50% off, huh? That's close. All right.
Yeah. It's closer than a lot of people said. Cyberdeck said 5,000. I was way closer than him.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Those aren't good numbers.
He said it's true. Technically, he was closer. I was 25,000 off. He was only 20,000 off. Anyway. Not bad, but not great. 25,000 is not good. No, absolutely not. But they must be anticipating this and are okay with it in the meantime. Considering they probably have 100,000 people playing Marathon right now. Because there's at least 50.
Hope they have a grand plan for revitalizing Destiny. And it's beyond whatever's going on with Destiny 3. Although I would take a Destiny 3 announcement. That'd be great too.
How many of those 25K are spending money? Probably a bunch of them.
Imagine if the roadmap is just like Destiny 3 is coming out, boys, in 5 years, 4 years. What if they came out and said Destiny 3 is coming and it's going to be here, and they give like a 2028 or 2029 date? It's only 2 or 3 years away. Do you get excited, or does your heart sink because of the short time frame?
See, well, it depends on when they started development. If they're just like, we started developing it right now. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? A little bit of me does. You know why?
Why?
Well, they say a third of Bungie was working on Marathon at the end. Right? So that's 1/3. So there's 2/3 of people who were working on Destiny. But there was no fucking content.
So what were they working on?
So what were they working on? Exactly.
Yeah.
Because what are the numbers? There's 700 or 800. So 1/3 is 200 or 300. So there's like 400 to 600 people working on Destiny. And we got Edge of Fate and Renegades. I mean, I'm not a game developer, but that doesn't seem right.
I mean, it's possible that when Sony came in, they were like, listen, dog, you ain't got to say anything, but you need to start producing the next banger.
Yeah.
So get Destiny 3 on the down low.
Yeah, hopefully they've been working on it since like 2021.
Project Sony Bucks.
Project Sony Bucks. Well, the problem is with that theory also, like, as much as I want that theory to be real, I don't think they let go half of their team while they're working on Destiny 3. And the layoffs happened in that space.
That's true.
That would make minimal sense to me. But
I mean, regardless, I'm sure somebody from Sony came in and was like, why aren't you making Destiny 3 already?
You would think. You would think. I'd love a Destiny 3 right now. Today. You think it'll launch today?
No.
What are the odds?
All right.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, that would be lovely. I guess we can theorize what's going to be happening. For a while now, but I think we just need to, our expectations are pretty low up till June. I'll play the little events, bits of the like little week Arms Week stuff. I'll definitely play some Iron Banner when it drops. I'm gonna hit up Guardian games, but I'm not gonna be super stoked every week to get my fingies into Destiny. But whatever the SGC's got planned for it, woo woo, go Destiny. And hopefully they hit us with a banger in June, like at least some information that gets us excited for what's next. Like I don't expect Shadow and Order to be this massive thing, but I expect information that comes along with Shadow and Order to be a banger. And if it's not, then it's Jover. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they drop Shadow and Order and it's got Pantheon and Dungeon Pantheon and Raid Pantheon and Wrath of the Machine and brand new Lawless Frontier stuff and and then we're just like, oh, okay. We're so fucking back for like a month and then we're mad again. Because we played all the content. Could you imagine they drop Wrath in June?
No.
I'm not saying they are, but wouldn't it be cool?
I mean, yeah.
I'd love a surprise raid. That'd be awesome. Just give me back the Prestige Leviathan, you know what I mean? That'd be fine too. It'd be like a brand new raid for you, Devil. How exciting.
Somebody who didn't like Leviathan, that doesn't excite me all that much.
How did you not like Leviathan?
I didn't like it.
What a good maybe they're working on Gambit. I mean, they did say they had like some sort of Gambit refresh coming. Like, didn't they? Yeah. They said something like that.
There was a line that mentioned a revitalized Gambit, yes. Yeah. But that was many weeks ago. So who knows when anything will happen. Anyway, you want to talk about Marathon?
It's just a refresh.
Are you enjoying Marathon?
Yeah, I like Marathon a lot. I haven't played it in a couple days, but overall.
I'm enjoying rage baiting people on Twitter about Marathon. That's fun. So easy, too.
I'm starting to think people just don't exist in real life. There's so many just no, there's just so many anger bots on Discord or Twitter. And everybody that has some shit to say that's like super ignorant or stupid always have numbers behind their name. So it's like it's never a human being. And I don't know who makes money. Like, it's just these fucking... You ever see those photos of like the sweatshops with iPhones all over the walls? And everybody's just like rage baiting.
Yeah.
To make money off of whatever the word is. Can't think of it right now. Engagement?
Impression? Yeah, engagement?
Yeah. That's all this is. That's all Twitter is anymore. And I can't keep up with them. It's and every once in a while you come across somebody that is actually a person, and you can have an actual. Well, most of the time you can have an actual conversation with them. But the other ones are just like spouting nonsense and ridicule and ignorance and just constant profiting off of turning us all against one another. Twitter has become the worst social media app on the planet. And I don't know how people stand it. I really don't. It should be illegal.
Oh yeah?
To be that fucking ignorant? Yes, it should be. You should have your internet privileges taken away from you. I had some guy yelling fucking very nasty things at me recently. And, you know, I bet if I even reported that, it's the thing I screenshotted. If I reported that, nothing would have happened. How is that not against the rules of a social media platform?
Well, I mean, listen. X is all about free speech, according to Elon Musk. Say what you want. Smile.
Free speech does not mean free of consequence. La 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 la. All right, whatever. Fuck it. Anyway, Twitter sucks. Let's move on. Yes, Marathon is awesome. I like Marathon. Marathon is fun. So I played a lot of it on launch and over the weekend. I played less of it since then because I got busy in real life doing streams and work and some other shit. I was going to play it last night, but I was tired after I ate my dinner because I'm an old man and I fell asleep in my lazy boy chair. So that was fun and awesome. And then I'm too busy today. Was it me yelling at Twitter asking for so they anyway, so they dropped a patch which I actually haven't played yet, but it does seem that most of it was from feedback provided by whether it be Twitter users or I'm assuming based on seeing the Marathon Creator Hub, a lot of the stuff is creator recommended changes. Now I think the only thing in there's a lot of stuff in this, and if you're playing it, you may understand what a lot of it is, but and maybe we end up start reading some of the patch stuff like we do on Destiny, but I'm not going to get too much into it. One of the biggest things that I notice on here is since we have somebody in chat that's actually playing it, I wanted to ask the UESC oh my god, I'm getting old. Nerf. It seemed like a lot to me, but let's see if anybody in chat has an opinion. Do you think the UESC nerf of to their health and their shields was too much, or does it feel just right, or does it feel just right because you're a fraidy cat? Legit curious. Anyway, we'll see if anyone answers. There's a bunch of other stuff on here. It all looks good. Like I said, there was a bit of ammo and medical like item economy issues. So they've tried to mitigate that with more munitions and med cabinets. Starting ammo for sponsored kits has been increased in certain instances. Our chat says it's just right. Okay, so I'll definitely be in there playing before next podcast, so I'll report back my opinion if I think they're too easy now or it feels good. The decreased thermal scopes. There was a lot of people bitching on Twitter about this that thermal scopes were too powerful. Now, as somebody that's played Tarkov at nighttime with a thermal scope, I gotta say, thermal scopes are supposed to be overpowered. It's just what they are. But apparently, I don't know. People thought they were too strong, so they actually nerfed them quite a bit. At least on precisions and sniper rifles. Not so much on pistols or rifles. A little bit, not much. Anyway, Overrun got a buff. Oh my god, chat! I used to like Overrun until I used another gun. Anyway, my point was I don't think thermals need a nerf. They're supposed to exist. What I think they should do, I guess they should get a nerf, but the nerf should be they're rarer. They should cost a fortune, a small fortune, or you can only find them in raid and you only get them every once in a while. And then every time, so Marathon also has this economy system where if something gets nabbed off of a body over and over and over again, it eventually breaks down and disappears into nothing. Which I don't know if any other extraction shooter has it, but it's a way to keep the economy from overloading. I thought that was pretty interesting. So you could just reduce that for thermal scopes. Like if it's say 5 times, you can reduce it down to 2 or 3, or even 1. If you fucking die with it, it just breaks in your hand and it's gone forever. Tarkov has that. Okay, Tarkov must have added it since I played it, because I did not know that they had that. Very cool. You know what doesn't have that? Arc Raiders. Because it's an extraction shooter for well babies. I'm just kidding. It's a fun game.
Yeah, I always thought that games like this should have less object permanence, less loot permanence, even beyond wipes. Like there should be like durability timers that start ticking the moment you pick something up.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You either got to use it or sell it, and of course its value should continue to degrade. The closer it gets to expiring. Yeah,
that's interesting. I never thought of that.
If you wanted to give people the ability, if there were items that they could get to like refill the clock, okay, fine. You got your favorite gun. You want to spend resources to continuously repair that thing, but it gets more and more expensive every time you apply one, you know?
Yeah. Well, you imagine that though? You play a bunch of, I guess it wouldn't matter because there's wipes in it, but you imagine playing a bunch of it and then one day you want to go back to it and you just wake up to an empty vault because everything's
Well, so I've played some games that have timers like this that are like survival type games.
Yeah,
It basically gets expressed in 2 ways. One, it's just a live clock. It's running based off the time on your device, whatever it is you're playing on. And when you log in, like however much time it's been since you last played, that much time has passed and your shit's fucked. Or it could just be based off your actually logged in time. Either would be fine, I think.
I think logged in time would be best.
The second would be more fair and wouldn't feel as bad, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I just wanted to ask Chad a quick question because Funk mentioned that Tarkov has it, and then you said gear durability. Can you repair your gear though? That's the question. Because it's not the same thing if you can repair. If you can pick something off somebody and then repair it back up to 100, then no. This is a countdown. If somebody has a gun, it's got, I forget the name of it. There's a name for it, but it's got 5. They die with it, it drops to 4. They die with it, someone picks it up, it drops to 3. They die with it, so it drops to 2. They die with it, drops to 1. And then if that last person dies with it, it's just when somebody goes to loot them, it's not there. It's gone. It's disintegrated. There's no grabbing it at 1 and repairing it back up to 5. It's just gone. Yeah, it's ironic because the reason you mentioned that because Arc Raiders has a similar system where it's durability. The backpacks that you wear in that game, they only lose durability when you die with them and somebody takes it off of you, but they can just be repaired, so it's it's kind of irrelevant. Durability is pointless if you can just repair things, because eventually everything in the game, if you play a game like that, everything in the game, it's not. It's like it's never scarce. Like it feels scarce at the beginning, but then like if you play an extraction shooter, even the rarest thing that you get is not. But by the time that reset rolls around, you've got like 100 million of them. At least in my experience. Unless it's a lead X, of course, because I've just sold them all to make money. That's a Tarkov reference, by the way. I like Hightail's repair. It gets less durability every time you repair it. There's a concept that works. It's funny because I hate weapon durability in like Breath of the Wild, for example. It's just the worst. That whole game, you're just looking for new weapons because every other weapon you've had even if you know it's brand new, it's gonna break in like 6 hits. They always fucking do. So frustrating. Sorry. Fucking weapon durability. But in extraction shooters, it's good to help the economy. But when there's resets, like, does it really matter at the end of the day? So every 3 months, everything gets wiped anyway. So it's not like it's not like Arc Raiders where wipes are optional.
Optional, yeah.
I don't think wipes should be optional in Arc Raiders, but I do think they should extend the timer to 3 months. Shout out to Marathon for having a 3-month seasonal cycle. Absolutely love it. It means I can have fun and play it without, sacrificing my life and family. Anyway, we're going to move on to actual news. The update is cool. It was such a quick launched update between, launch and then they updated all this stuff. It makes you wonder, how bad is Destiny's coding that it takes them so long to put out updates? And then Marathon, they were just like, oh yeah, we'll change all this shit. No problem. Easy. Boom, boom. In 3 days. They don't need to worry. Well, okay. So it can be coding. Yes, absolutely. But also they don't need to worry about the 1,000 billion PvE raids and things and where they need to keep things balanced. So I just think that's funny. Tarkov has decaying repair values that are reduced based on currency spent on the repair. Okay. So, yeah. So kind of, but not quite. Got it. It has to be awful. Same reason Apex has such a hard time. Maybe, yeah. Potentially. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, yeah. Enough of the patch. It's great. There is one thing that I thought was funny. Is so there's a map called Outpost. In Outpost right now, it's where you can get the best gear in the game, but it's the most heavily fortified with PvE elements, and the sweatiest of the sweat PvPs end up in there. Clearly, it's the best stuff. So there's 2 different ways to get into. Well, there was 3 different ways to get into Outpost. There's the proper way at 2 locations, and then there was kind of like a little cheese way to get in. It not bad, like it was designed into the game, but it's much easier to bypass, shoot some things, and then it opens the shield so you can get in and loot the pinwheel. I guess it was so easy that they disabled it until they can find some better tuning changes to make it a little bit more difficult, because they were saying its current state trivializes entrance into the pinwheel. So they're going to make some tweaks to maintain the spirit of the silent entrance while better matching the risk/reward of the pinwheel. Anyway, I don't really know how to get in there yet any other way than the destroyed way, so I'm going to have to go learn, figure it all out, which will be fun. That's it. On to the Tau City Cup. So, as you can see, Bungie is, they're going headlong, full steam marketing into Marathon this month, while they completely ignore Destiny, which is interesting. But They're doing this
they're doing a big tournament this Saturday. Couple different. I assume these guys are content creators. Iceman, Isaac, and Activy. They're gonna cast it. They got some cool jackets, and then we've got a bunch of teams of people you all. Well, I don't know if we all know them. But the first couple teams got some people that you probably know. This guy's everywhere, but he brings the viewers in, so I understand. But the burnt peanut is back again. They're really paying that guy a lot of money to advertise this game. I bet they have to be. The man pulls like 120,000 viewers every time he streams. It's absurd.
Yep.
It's absurd. Oh yeah, whether that's fine. I got no problem with him being funny. It's just crazy how many people watch him. It's wild. Anyway, so isn't it funny? Like if you watched Arc Raiders at all, there was a big war between the Burnt Peanut and Hutch, like 3 months ago, and now they're playing on the same team. That's BS.
Yep.
That's BS, Phonic. You want to say no extra BS? That's BS. They're traitors to their own cause. You know how many people died in the Bungalator versus Hutch war? So many. And now they're friends? Nah.
Were you one of them, Greener? Did you get shot down because you weren't wearing Bungalator colors?
No, I did not. That would have been funny. I only heard of BP like last week. Bro's been living under a rock. I don't even watch Twitch streamers, and the only thing I can see is shit about the burnt peanut. Anyway, Gingy, I've always known who Gingy was. I used to watch her when she was a Tarkov-only streamer back in the day when I liked watching Tarkov. And then there was always drama. So I stopped watching her. But anyway. She plays with the burnt peanut. And I don't even really know who Hutch is. The only reason I know who Hutch is because of the war between the Bungalators and Hutch. Then we got Asdacross's team. So does anyone know who Symphony is and Trey24K? Anyone heard of them? No? All right. Well, they're on Asdacross's team, whoever they are. Then we got Shroud. So that's my team. No, I'm just kidding. So we got Shroud and Justin, and then Landmark ended up on that team. Which I don't think they play together, do they?
I don't know.
Every content creator is in the shadow of the peanut. Okay, calm down. All big content creators do that exact thing. All right, they'll be big. Everybody will be like, just go back 6 months ago, and the only thing anybody could talk about was Kai Cenat for everything. And then 2 years ago, it was Dr. Disrespect. And then before that, it was, anyway, yeah, no. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know if they picked these teams or what's going on. I mean, clearly the Burnt Peanut, Gingy, and Hutch, they always play together, but I feel like I've never seen Landmark play with Shroud. But I don't know. I don't feel like they go well to every time I see a clip of Landmark, he's complaining about something. Is that just bad timing? Does anybody know? No? All right. Maybe I'm just on the wrong socials for him. But
For Shroud?
No, Landmark.
Oh, Landmark. Well, I mean, some streamers, all they do is complain. You know, it's...
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and I feel like that wouldn't, like, those two, that personality wouldn't mix. I feel like Shroud would get annoyed. And Justin seems to not care about anything. He just has fun. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just judging weird things. Whenever it's in ALGS format. I'm not sure. And then the rest of the teams, I have no idea who any of them are. So we got Team Bierke with Bierke, Deadly Slob, and Aspen. There appears to be a French team here. I don't know if it's a French team, but that name looks French. Jour du Grenier. That's what people used to call me. Grenier, because I thought it was something to do with Warframe. Tonto and Shishayu. And then we got Team Rubius, which is Rubius, Owan, and the Greg. Lovely. More Twitch drops, though. They're really going all in on these Twitch drops, trying to make people think that Marathon is Destiny. Here's the Twitch drops right now. So it looks like Dead Mouse drops, not going to lie. But the Tau Ceti Cup will be dropping a profile background, a profile emblem, and a weapon sticker. Is that your alias? Oh, yeah, no. I wish that they would. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'd want them to pick me for something like this because I would get absolutely dunked on and I would look like a fool. Anyway, so if you want to get some of those, if you're a Marathon player, you want to get some Twitch drops, make sure to check out that tournament on Saturday, starting at looks like 2:00 Eastern. Hopefully that's accurate. That's it. Oh, there's a Marathon Australian Invitational on Thursday, March 12th as well. I wonder if our we know 2 Australian content creators that we raid sometimes because they play Destiny. I wonder if they're playing Marathon and whether they've been invited to this. That would be what are their names? It's
Why weren't you
Chantal
invited, Greener? Come on.
to the Australian Invitational.
Any of them. Come on. Why weren't you invited to any of
Well,
them?
I'm not Australian, first of all. Anyway, let me finish. I think the other one is Patty with a Fatty. I love that name. I don't know why, but she's Australian. We raid her sometimes. So we'll keep an eye out, see if they make it to this Australian Invitational. Why wasn't I invited? Well, I told you already. First off, Australia. I'm not Australian, and the second one, they probably looked for players that were good at the game.
I've watched you play. You do all right.
I do all right. Yeah, but I'm not like these people. Actually, I don't know half these people. I don't know if they're any good. I know Shroud is good. I know the Burnt Peanut is good. Even if he is a psychopath, he does well. I've got no idea if Az is any good at Marathon. All he does is talk when I see his stuff. So should have sent them clips from Grim playing. Oh my god. Yes. Send them somebody else playing, and then I'll go. And then I'll go and make a fool of myself. Sounds brilliant. All right, that's all the Marathon news, chat. Marathon's doing well. I think it's doing really well. It's got 60,000 players right now on Steam alone, which means it's probably in the 100,000 concurrent player count, which I think is good. I don't know. People keep saying it's dead on arrival, but, you know, that's the Twitterverse. What really is their expectations of a game like this? A lot of people keep saying, you know, they've sold less than 1 million copies. Whether or not that's true or not, I've got no fucking idea. According to SteamDB, owner estimations are around 864,000. I don't know if that's only Steam owners or not. But they say, you know, multiply 1 million by 40, which is the cost of the game, is only $40 million. This game's budget is estimated to be a 250 million. So is it a failure? You know, my initial expectation is no. I don't imagine its sales were ever intended to make up the budget, but its live service revenue is what was expected to make up for that budget price. But how many players do you have to have in a game to justify keeping it live to hopefully hit that live service revenue? I don't know.
Yeah, I
Do
keep
you?
seeing that $250 million bandied about, and I keep asking people, yeah, how'd you come up with this $250 million number? And I've had only 1 person give me anything that even is close to a cogent thought about it. It's based off how many devs we know worked on it and what the average salary for a game dev is in Seattle, where everybody's based. But we don't even know if everybody that was working on the game was even based in Seattle, to be honest. And none of those take account of dev ramp, because you tend to have fewer devs working on it at the middle or at the beginning, more as it goes on, then they taper off again at the end. So, but that 250 million number, like, somebody dropped that on Twitter at one point and it's just stuck.
Okay. Okay, so here's for some reference for some other stuff. So I just said owners, according to SteamDB, has around 830,000. The Division has 2.3 million owners by that, but has sold more than 10 million copies. So the point is, you can't really take those numbers into account, I think, because they just don't reference every possible way to own the game.
Yeah.
And if you do the math on that, then Marathon has like 5 million copies sold. That's pretty good. I don't know if that's true. I'm just making that up based on that. That's what people do on the internet, though, right? They just make shit up.
Everything around this discussion is made up. People were looking at the player counts with the pre-sale rankings, and they were trying to back into numbers about how many people refunded the game, when Steam doesn't provide that detail. It doesn't exist anywhere. But we're saying that the game costs X amount of dollars to make, but they have nothing to actually back that up. Then they'll say, but we came up with a reasonable number. Then you'll be like, well, all right, well, show me the historical data you have that makes the $250 million that you're coming up with a reasonable number. They can't come up with anything because, again, the data doesn't exist, because they're all either bots or just people spouting off bullshit on the internet who know nothing about what they're talking about. It's such a waste of everybody's time. Like, everybody feels good about whatever nonsense they put out there, but they all look fucking stupid, including me, for engaging with any of these people. Right? You know?
That's true.
Just a colossal waste of time that makes everybody look foolish.
Anyway, yes. I imagine if anyway, I think, I don't know, it looks good. Like it looks like it's doing good to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what their expectations are, or how many console sales they got, but you know,
it's got the highest player count of any extraction shooter out there except for Ark right now. So seems to be doing fine.
You would think that that's what they were going for.
So if they were going for Ark numbers, they would have made the game way more casual than it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right, we'll move on from them. I think Marathon's good. I think it's awesome. I think it's fun, and I think I hope it continues to do well. It's real. The real test of whether or not it's going to be a game that sticks around is going to be, we'll see what happens throughout season 1, which is 3 months, and then once the wipe happens, how many people return and how interesting season 2 content is. If it sucks a bunch of ass, then we'll know. We'll know what fuck, I don't know what else I'm gonna say. That's when we'll know if it's gonna stick around or not. So, all right. Speaking of sticking around, see the High Guard news?
No, is it not disappearing after all?
Oh well, no.
Or
the
is it
news
gone?
Is that it's
No,
it's gone.
It's gone. It's shut down. Yeah.
Well, did it shut down yet, or is it shutting down? I forget. High Guard shutdown date.
I mean, it's too bad. It wasn't a bad game.
Today.
It was trying to do probably too many things all at once, and its marketing the marketing for the game was abysmal. But
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. What were they doing? Okay, so Highguard got free marketing at the Game Awards. Apparently, they didn't have to pay for their spot, which is crazy since it costs like $1 million to get a spot at the Game Awards. And then, as soon as it came out, they didn't fucking say anything until like a week before it was released in February. It's February, right? Or maybe very late January. Not a lick, not a nothing, nothing. They said absolutely nothing. And then boom. They dropped it. Free game. A bunch of people played it. And they stopped playing it. And then life was over. But here's what I think is crazy. So on March 4th, they were dropping a patch or an update that included brand new skill trees for everything.
Okay.
So, well, this clearly they had a lot more planned for the game. They didn't have to come out when it came out. Why didn't they just wait till they added a 5v5, they added skill trees. This is all within a month of launching. Why didn't they just wait till the fucking thing was ready?
That's a good question.
Like, if they had actually come out with a game that had all the stuff, like, they weren't on any sort of time rush. Like, I don't understand. Maybe they were something somewhere somehow, but anyway, 45 days later, she's closing down. That's two multiplayer shooters within the last couple of years to just launch and die instantly. And a lot of people, like, I didn't hear a lot about any Concord discourse when it was kind of happening. There was a couple people that could. There seems to be like a lot of people that were not a lot, but there was a good chunk of people that are like, this game was good and this sucks. That it's shutting down, but I don't know. You don't go from 100,000 players to like 5,000 if your game is good, you know.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But they could have had more time to cook. Like, this game was in development for like 4 years. There's no reason it had to come out in January. Let it bake a few more months. Get all that stuff added in there. Get your skill trees in there. Get your extra game modes in there. Get everything you're going to be adding over the next few months in there. Get it going. Get it rocking. Like, they had a new game mode drop on the 25th of February. February 18th, they had new base and raid tool. I don't know what that means, but I'm looking at their Twitter thing. It's like they've been dropping content stuff constantly. Just don't launch the game. Whatever. Anyway, they dug their own grave. Wow, I'm looking at gameplay right now. It actually looks really fun. What the fuck?
Guess you'll never know now.
I never played it, and now it's shut down forever. Like, this game is gone. Nobody will ever play it again. Okay, that looks stupid. What was that fucking dude turned into a wolf and like ran across the map? I didn't like that. Alright, whatever. Anyway, wild. I feel bad for the devs, obviously, over at I forget the name of the developers. Wildlight, right? Wildlight Entertainment. They were full of devs from another team. I forget what team. Hold on. What were the Wildlight devs previously from? I feel like I heard it before. Whoa! Okay, so Respawn and Infinity Ward. That's something. The core team was largely consisted of veterans who worked on Apex Legends and Titanfall. And then experience with Call of Duty, Star Wars, Valorant, Naughty Dog titles. Wild. And they completely bombed and shut down. That's wild. It really shows you that if you have the wrong game director
It's Dunskies.
at the helm,
Yep.
it's over. Because those developers are all very talented. They must have been. Well, maybe they weren't, and that's why they weren't working at Respawn and Infinity Ward anymore. I guess I don't know for sure. But if the person at the helm sucks, maybe that's the problem. I don't think I have anything else to talk about gaming news wise. That's pretty much everything. We had some Destiny, some Marathon, a little bit of High Guard in there. In pre-show, we talked a little bit about Diablo. I was going to say we should talk more about it now, but if you can make it quick, you can tell them how much you don't like this season if you want.
Filler season is filler season. If you play it and enjoy being the butcher, good on you. It's not for me because I think it breaks the whole idea of building up gear and making your build and seeing how far you can get with it. You can do that too, I guess, but the main seasonal loop is go be overpowered and try to do things fast, but without actually having to worry about building your character. I think it's lame. And it will not be tiding me over until anything. I'll play something else.
All right. Other than that, a little bit of SGC news. You guys know our Zero to Hero is still going on. I think if you're not participating, you should. It's absolutely awesome and fun. We've got, what'd you say, 80 some people participating right now, something like that.
Around 80 players. Yeah.
With a bunch going on, lots of things to win. Go check it out. Yeah, it's just fun. Gives you something to do with your friends inside. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. It's driving me nuts. I got this way. Anyway, go play Zero to Hero. It's awesome. All right, we now have an Overwatch category in our Discord. Overwatch with bounties and some. Ooh, we already got some videos rolling in the player of the game clips. I love it. All right, keep it coming. Keep it coming, chat. If you didn't know, we've got a bunch of stuff at the bottom of the Discord. Go check it out. Most notably right now, Marathon, Warframe, Diablo, Overwatch, and The Division. Some big things. They all have bounties. Go check them out. Bounties. You can get loyalty points for them. The Marathon bounty currently right now, you can win merch if you go ahead and smash it in. Woohoo! Merch. So make sure to check that out. And we're working on something special for bounties coming soon. I think I already told people during the Player of the Week stream. I can't remember, but we're trying to somehow include Community Player of the Week points into bounty completions, so you can still win Player of the Week without even playing Destiny.
You mentioned in the pre-show something about additional servers.
Yeah, we got 2 new servers as well in the game currently. Or sorry, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the FCC has game servers. We're able to use our boosts to power them. We have just enough for 10 servers right now. Actually, you can only have 10 servers. So the servers I have chosen currently: Valheim, Palworld, Terraria, Stardew Valley, Shrouded, 7 Days to Die, Rust, Minecraft Bedrock, and the 2 new ones are V Rising and Factorio. So they all exist. They're at the top of the Discord. You find them here. Check it out right here. Boom. See, game servers. Ding, ding. They're all listed right here. Don't be scared. These numbers never update, so sometimes there actually is people online. But you just click the join game server, and it'll explain to you how to do it. And then the IP is always right there. Doesn't matter which one it is. Simple, straightforward, easy. Just follow the directions. Join the game. Have some fun. That's it.
All right.
All right, indeed. We got any other news? I don't know. Anything going on?
I think that's it.
All right, we're gonna have some Guardian Games activities or bounties, at least something to do. I promise. Have you looked at Pikmin? I did see the Pikmin scene. It's a copyright lawsuit waiting to happen. So was Pal World. But all they sued them for was the Pokeball. So whatever. And we all knew this would happen as soon as Nintendo didn't sue them over more. So they that game has you capture them with a card instead of a Pokeball, so nothing to sue them for. Right? Anyway, I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? Before I got interrupted by that. The Pokemon in Pal World are 1-to-1 rips. Whatever. Okay. I don't know. Maybe they'll be sued. Maybe they won't. I guess we'll see. I've got nothing left. I'm out of brain capacity.
There's nothing left to talk about, I don't think.
Nothing coming
got
up this
nothing
weekend
left
or
to
anything. So, all right, let's end it. Thank you so much for watching episode 142 of This Week at Shrouded. Lots of different information on lots of different games today. It's going to be that way for a little while until we get some more Destiny news. So I hope you like the format. Anyway, I was your host, Ed Greener. This was Mr. Rec. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. See you next week. Peace.
Goodbye.